I'm not here to convince you to invest. My goal is to educate you. Welcome to XRP Today USA. I'm your host, a fintech enthusiast, and today I'm excited to share everything you need to know about XRP, one of the most controversial yet promising cryptocurrencies out there. If you're new to crypto or just curious about XRP, this video is designed especially for you. Let's dive in. The reason I created this video is to clear up a lot of confusion, especially around the so-called XRP rich list. Some people love XRP, others criticize it, but I believe a lot of that comes from misunderstanding. Here at XRP Today USA, we aim to break it down simply and honestly, inspired by clear analysis like the one from Blockchain Patriot. In the next 45 minutes, you'll learn why the current financial system is broken, what XRP is and how it works, the truth about the XRP rich list, how XRP compares to Bitcoin and other altcoins, the legal battle with the SEC, and what the future could look like if XRP hits 1,000. Stick around, and make sure to subscribe to XRP Today USA for weekly crypto education videos. Now let's begin by looking at the problems in the current financial system. Section 2. The problems with today's financial system. To understand why XRP even exists, we have to start by looking at the issues with the current financial system. First, inflation is a global issue. In 2024, the average inflation rate globally was 6.8%, according to the IMF. That means your money is losing value while sitting in the bank. Combine that with international money transfers, and the costs add up even more. For example, sending $1,000 from Vietnam to the U.S. could cost $50 in currency conversion and banking fees due to exchange rate volatility. Second, international money transfers are slow. The SWIFT system connects over 11,000 banks worldwide, but a single transfer can take 3 to 5 days and often requires multiple intermediary banks. For small businesses trying to pay international suppliers, this delay can affect operations and cash flow. Third, fees are high. Each intermediary bank charges a fee, ranging from $20 to $50. According to the World Bank, the global average cost of remittance in 2024 was 6.5%. Sending $200 to a family member could cost you $13 in fees, too much for someone working hard to support loved ones. Fourth, there's a lack of transparency. When you send money via SWIFT, you often don't know where your funds are in real time. If something goes wrong, resolving it can take weeks. And finally, financial inclusion is lacking. Over 1.4 billion people worldwide don't have access to a bank account. This leaves them locked out of the global economy. These problems are why we need better solutions. On XRP Today USA, we believe XRP offers a faster, cheaper, and more inclusive alternative. Next, let's look at what XRP actually is and how it works. 12 to 22. Section 3. What is XRP and how does it work? XRP was created in 2012 by Ripple Labs, a U.S. fintech company founded by Jed McCaleb, Arthur Brito, and David Schwartz. The goal was to build a better cross-border payment system than SWIFT. Ripple built RippleNet, a payment network that allows banks and financial institutions to send money across borders using XRP. XRP operates on the XRP ledger, a decentralized blockchain specifically optimized for payments. Unlike Bitcoin, which requires energy-intensive mining, the XRP ledger uses a consensus algorithm with trusted validators to confirm transactions in just 3 to 4 seconds. Every transaction is recorded transparently and immutably on the ledger. According to Ripple, the XRP ledger has processed over 2.5 billion transactions across 70 countries, with near 100% reliability. So how does XRP work? Let's say you want to send $1,000 from Vietnam to the US. Using SWIFT, it might take 3 to 5 days and cost you $20 to $50 in fees. Using XRP, the same transfer takes about 4 seconds and costs less than a penny. This is possible because XRP is pre-mined. 100 billion XRP were created at launch in 2012. Ripple holds a large portion to fund the ecosystem and incentivize partnerships with banks and institutions. Real-life example. In 2020, SBI Remit in Japan used XRP to send $5,000 to the Philippines. The money arrived in 4 seconds and cost only 0.5 cents. In contrast, the same transfer via SWIFT would have taken 2 days and cost around $30. XRP is also energy efficient. One XRP transaction uses as much electricity as a light bulb running for 1 second. Compare that to Bitcoin, where a single transaction uses as much energy as a household consumes in a month. Next, let's take a deep dive into the XRP rich list. Section 4. The XRP rich list and its implications. Now let's talk about one of the most debated topics, the XRP rich list. Today, there are about 6.3 million XRP wallets. But not every wallet belongs to a unique person. Some people hold multiple wallets. The real number of XRP holders may be closer to 3 to 4 million. Let's break it down. About 2.6 million wallets hold fewer than 20 XRP. And you need at least 10 XRP to keep a wallet active. If XRP hits $1,000, 10 XRP would be worth $10,000, not exactly life-changing. Roughly 5.1 million wallets, including the 2.6 million above, hold fewer than 500 XRP. Even at $1,000 per XRP, that's 500,000. Not enough to be considered truly rich by global standards. Only 1.2 million wallets hold more than 500 XRP. Within this group, around 500,000 wallets hold less than 5,000 XRP. If XRP hits $1,000, that's $5 million. However, Blockchain Patriot points out that most people won't hold XRP that long. Many will sell at $10, $20, or $50, well before $1,000. So, what does this tell us? Only a very small number of people would truly benefit if XRP ever reaches $1,000. That's why institutions aren't worried about everyone getting rich. There simply aren't enough significant holders. Compare this to Bitcoin, which surpassed $100,000 without anyone stopping it. XRP could follow a similar path, but with even fewer people holding large amounts. At XRPToDayUSA, we want you to see that the rich list doesn't mean everyone gets rich. It shows how rare the opportunity is for those who understand and hold XRP. Now let's compare XRP to Bitcoin and other altcoins. Section 5. Comparing XRP with Bitcoin and other altcoins. To better understand XRP's strengths, let's compare it to other major cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin is known as digital gold. It's primarily used as a store of value or long-term investment. But Bitcoin is slow. It takes 10 to 60 minutes to confirm transactions. During peak times, transaction fees can range from $5 to $10, and Bitcoin mining consumes massive amounts of electricity. XRP, in contrast, confirms transactions in 3 to 4 seconds, costs less than a penny, and is highly energy efficient. This makes it more suitable for actual payments. Ethereum supports smart contracts and is the foundation of many DeFi apps, but Ethereum transactions take 15 to 30 seconds and cost $1 to $5 in gas fees. While Ethereum is powerful, it's not optimized for high-speed, low-cost financial transactions. Stablecoins like USDT are useful for maintaining price stability, but they depend on the issuing company and often run on slower blockchains. XRP acts as a bridge currency. It can convert between currencies quickly and cheaply, without the need for trusted third parties. XRP's strengths: speed, low cost, energy efficiency. Its challenges: dependence on Ripple's partnerships and legal clarity. Blockchain Patriot emphasizes that XRP is a rare opportunity because so few people understand or own it. Next, let's talk about the SEC lawsuit and what it means for XRP. Section 6. Legal Issues. The SEC versus Ripple. In 2020, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, sued Ripple Labs, claiming that XRP was an unregistered security. This lawsuit dragged on for over 3 years, but in 2023, a U.S. judge ruled that XRP is not a security when sold on public exchanges, a major win for Ripple and the crypto community. In 2024, Ripple received full licensing in Singapore and Dubai and expanded its global footprint. Japan and the UK are also considering XRP as part of their financial systems. According to Ripple, after the court ruling, over 70% of financial institutions in Asia are now open to testing XRP for cross-border payments. Despite the legal challenges, Ripple has built strong business relationships and maintained momentum. At XRPToDayUSA, we believe legal clarity is the foundation for XRP's future success. Now, let's imagine what the future could look like if XRP hits $1,000. Section 7. The future of XRP. If XRP reaches $1,000, only about 1.2 million wallets holding more than 500 XRP would see major gains. Of those, many will have sold before reaching that price point. This shows that not everyone will become rich. Only a small group truly benefits. Institutions aren't worried, just as they weren't with Bitcoin. XRP could quietly become a key player in the global payment system. Ripple estimates XRP could handle up to 30% of global remittances by 2030, thanks to its speed, low cost, and now clearer legal status. At XRPToDayUSA, we see XRP as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for those who understand it. Let's wrap up. Conclusion and call to action. Today, we've taken a journey through the flaws of our financial system, how XRP works, what the XRP rich list really means, and what could happen if XRP reaches $1,000. If you found value in this video, please subscribe to XRPToDayUSA. Comment below. What do you think about the XRP rich list? Who do you think will benefit the most? Share this video with someone who needs to learn about XRP. And stay tuned for our next episode, where we explore how XRP is transforming global payments in real time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one on XRPToDayUSA.